What's going on? How's it going? Welcome back to part two of a wonderful day because today is truly a wonderful day. Today is a day that keeps on giving. And you're probably looking at your screen like, wow, didn't I see this somewhere before? Yes, you have. This is just, I don't know, 5 minutes, like a 5 minute clip of a video I crap together. And I listen, I could not be bothered to go back into PvP Legacy and get more footage. All right, do you know how daunting that is of actually having to like do my job? Absolutely not. So instead, you're gonna get this instead. But as I said, today is a wonderful day. It is a day that does not stop getting better. All right, in the beginning, we got the mouse, and now I have my ears back. All right, so no, I don't really tell people this. Actually, I've never spoke about this on YouTube before, so let me give you a little bit of context, a little bit of background here. So I have always had a couple issues with my ears. I mean, for the longest time, it's been like just one big issue, but I've always had a continuous streak of problems, I'd say. And it almost starts from when I was once a wee young little boy who didn't know anything of the world. And I foolishly, mistakenly did something really stupid, and that was, well, I put a marble in my ear, and apparently it went so far in my ear, it was next to my eardrum to the point, and it was just so bad to the point that it had to be surgically removed. And ever since then, that left ear has always had some problem, one or the other. And it's always just another thing, like with it, for whatever reason, all right? My ears are not the same, all right? When it comes to manufacturing earwax, all right, the left ear is pumping that stuff out like a Chinese sweatshop, all right? Those earwax machines are pumping, baby. But in my right ear, it is as if like the company is on like a holiday retreat 24/7. There is barely anyone in the office and there's just nothing happening. There's barely any earwax, not even close to the same amount. That's like a whole different season in there, all right? But because of that, excuse my voice crack, but because of that, right, my left ear doesn't get like infections. It just doesn't have that problem because of all the earwax protecting the eardrum. It's like a 5 inch thick wall of wax, which is actually pretty disgusting, but that's how it kind of is sometimes. My right ear, on the other hand, there's like nothing there, all right? There's barely anything happening there, all right? It is dry. And because of that, any amount of anything goes in there, it's absolutely Jover. My ear is chalked. Okay. If anything goes in there, it's over for me. All right. I might as well just die. All right. It's that drastic. Like a little tiny amount of wind and like bam, ear infection. All right. I go swimming, it bam, ear infection. The water got in there, got too far in, or something like that. It just I always have problems with my right and left ear just constantly. There's always some form of an issue. But today is the day that a long, hard fought battle with my inner ear demons is finally over. So, for the longest time, for years actually, literally years, there has always been this black, like, substance that has completely covered my eardrum entirely. You'd think, oh, then you can't hear, right? No, that's not true. I've been able to hear even with all the wax blocking it and whatever this mystery substance was. I've always been able to hear out of it. Like hearing was never an issue, but like this whatever like mysterious like dark evil substance it was like shielding my eardrum from any and all outside dangers is probably the reason why I never got any ear infections in that ear is because of this dark like rotten substance that is just in my ear. Well, I say in my ear, it was in my ear until a couple moments ago, until we finally fished it out of my ear. It came loose and it was on its way to exiting my ear. And oh my god, does it feel good to actually have my eardrum back, right? The forces of evil tried to stop me from being able to hear, tried to stop me from using one of my six senses, all right? But no. Not anymore. I have my eardrum back. All right. So, for those who don't know, for a little bit, for a little bit of context, for those who are a little uneducated in ears, when you stick a telescope, when you stick a camera down your ear, what you are able to see is your eardrum. Obviously, there's going to be earwax. Having a little bit of earwax is always good because that'll protect you from the elements, essentially. But you will always be able to see your eardrum. It'll be like this white membrane that it's like opaque, kind of. You should always be able to see it. That means your ear is fine. In my left ear, that was not the case for a while. There was always a bunch of wax, and whenever we fished the wax out, all you were able to see is this dark, rotten material. I don't even know what this is, all right? It could be anything. I don't know. But whatever it is, it was blocking like the entirety of my left eardrum. And I mean, probably for the better. Who knows? I might just get ear infections now from like this day onward. But I no longer have this mystery substance that's for what I thought was like latching on to my eardrum. It was so close to my eardrum that we couldn't get it out ourselves. Any amount of tugging on whatever this was would most likely cause my eardrum to rupture. That is how close it was to my eardrum. I half expected this thing to just be formed and just like the Dragon Ball Z forming like fusion dance, like it's like just together my eardrum and whatever this material is. But in fact, thankfully, that isn't the case. My eardrum has been recovered from the dark forces of evil and is returned to the light. All right, it feels fantastic. Can I hear any better? No, no. I've been able to hear just fine, but just knowing that my ear is freed from the dark grasps of whatever this material is, because again, we don't know what this is. It was some rust. It looked disgusting. Now, unfortunately, for those who are very curious, I do not have any pictures of it, and I probably wouldn't show you anyway because if you've ever seen the inside of an ear, it's pretty gross. It's not like the cleanest of places, but then again, if it is like super clean and dry, like my right ear, you're probably gonna get infections anyway. But yeah, that's all I wanted to hop back on here and talk about that. This day is truly a wonderful day. The gods are smiling down upon me today. The mice is gone. Our bathroom is still having issues, kind of. But on the bright side, my ear is back to normal, and that is amazing. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.